Welcome, 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 disc golf fans. My name is Chris. I'm going to have Derek alongside me today. We are Gatekeeper Media, and we are here for Week 5 of the 2019 Winter Putt and Stuff Indoor Putting League, sponsored by Millennium Golf Disc, 2nd District Brewing, Disc Sculpt, and our friends Heiserflip Disc Golf Apparel. Man, it's been exciting so far. So this is a 6-week league. We're in Week 5, so we're getting near the tail end. We have kind of the same crowd that we've been seeing here on out. So far, Koph's really been running away with it. He's been the only one playing first. 1 second, Derek just wants to ask me something. So we have Koph, Nate, Caleb, JJ. Yeah. So yeah, for you tuning in, you guys have probably been here before. If not, once again, this is the Winter Putt and Stuff League. We're just getting started right now. We're just letting people know who's going to be up next. It's a little crazy here. It's warm down in South Philadelphia here, and the crowd is piling up here at 2nd District. They're really busy in the other main room. We'll try to show you a little bit later. But it's tough. There's a lot of people to try to get through, plus our team's out there. People are out there waiting, so there's a lot going on. Once again, just want to show these out. We'll probably have a couple of these for sale at the end if we have any left over, so keep an eye out for that if you are interested in picking up one. If you've not already watched us, like I said, how that works is 2 people are going to shoot from 20 foot, 25 foot, and 30 foot. From there, we're going to accumulate points. That point accumulation will be against the entire field. It's not you versus the person you're putting up against. Once you have that, we'll then get a seed to do a match play. It'll be top 8 seeded, and then they'll go head-to-head there. Winner, obviously taking home the prize, some headphones, some money. We have some grand prizes for some winners, for our top winners. But just have Derek doing a couple things. I mean, I'm pretty ready here. Let me bring up the scores real quick so you can kind of see what we're looking at here and how bad Koph's running away. He does have a whole week on everyone, but now we're at the point where people are starting to drop their best weeks and people are starting to fill in those final weeks. So we're going to start seeing a little bit of change in the point structure, I would say. All right, folks, you probably just want to jump into it, so let's jump right into it. We're going to have Koph, won 3 out of 4 so far. He's going to be starting up. He's going to be first going against the newcomer, Nate. So excited to see how this plays out. So Koph is going to start off with an early 20-foot putt. And Nate, the newcomer, I think friends of Koph, was able to knock in his first putt. So something Koph was going for last week was a 40-point match, and he was able to do that. With the points that he got from winning the tournament, he was able to get an extra 5 points added on to his 35, which actually got him to walk away with 40, something he was looking for since the beginning of the tournament, really. So both these guys starting off with 3s here. That's good to see. You want to at least walk away with a point at that first spot. If you're able to walk away with 3, you're off to a pretty good start for the day. This is where the consistency comes in. You have to make these 25-footers. If you're able to at least take away 1 or both of these. And Koph, uncharacteristic miss there. He hasn't missed many so far in these 4 weeks that we've watched him. He's hit that weak side splash out there for Nate, and that's something you got to watch out for. With this basket, the chains being a little lighter, it's definitely a little tough for him to stick. And that's been something that's apparent, but I have no complaints overall with the black hole basket. People see it kind of as like a marksman where like you got to hit it right down the center if you really want to land something. So both these guys sitting at 5 now from the 30-foot spot. Now this is where it separates you from the rest of the crowd. If you're able to knock in one of these, even both of them, you're putting yourself in a really good position to at least place into the match play. And then, like I said, you have 3 rounds of this. Ooh, that's the second one for Nate that kind of hit chain, spit out. Coach looking for that 7 points here, put him at 12. And he finds it. See, and that's all the difference there from that 30-footer, man. Coach sitting at 12, Nate's going to be sitting at 5. Let's go, Derek, see what's going on. Caleb's first. Tell him what happened this weekend.
What happened this weekend?
Yeah, let him know.
Well, we did utilize this space for something different. And it was my wedding reception. If you're watching, we mentioned it a little bit, but yeah, it's official. And it was a great time. Golf, another thing that I love. And it looks like, Caleb, you're up first. We're here. You're good.
Caleb's able to make that early putt there. It's so weird that he did that. So Caleb had a win. JJ was able to come in second one of the weeks.
Correct. Yes, correct.
So Caleb with the 3, JJ is only able to get 1 there. Sorry, folks, I'm just kind of doing some internal things here, as you've seen before. A little tough operating this, as JJ is able to knock in that 25-footer. Very nice. JJ is able to knock another 5 there for him. And same with Caleb. So 6-8, not a bad start for these guys. So like I said, from this 30-foot spot, this is where it makes a difference. You got to land these. Caleb does. He's trying to go for the perfect round, as he's definitely, he still has a running to win this. He's put up 2 scores that are identical to Kof. If he's able to put up like a 40-footer today, I think I just jinxed him. But if he's able to put something up like that, I mean, he's got a chance. He's sitting comfortably in second, though. JJ, so we have 11 and 9 here. So both pretty decent scores for these guys to start off.
They did finish, yeah. Again, folks, I'm not feeling very well, so I'm going really, really slow. Yeah, next up we have Vito and Prue. I believe Vito is up first. Is that correct? What's that? And then Mike Sr., Mike Jr. Yeah, so Vito, you'll be up first. We're just waiting for the scores to dial in. Then you go first on... Yes. It is alternating like before. That was a new addition that we did last week, folks. Where, because some feedback on the week 3 for us. Some people just don't like shooting from the same order every time, so we were able to kind of say, okay, well, whoever's leading first, they get the first position, and then you alternate from there. It seems to keep things a little fresh, keep things a little exciting. Looks like we got the go-ahead from the studio. You ready to go?
Bounce back in here, folks. So Vito missed a week last week. He has been 3 out of 4, though. Peru has showed up only 2 weeks so far, and he's came in pretty hot. He's been very consistent. He's put up some pretty good scores so far. Be interesting to see how this is going to play out for him. He's definitely in the running for a 2nd, 3rd, 4th place. He's able to take 2 points or 3 points there for himself. Peru being experienced with the putt and stuff here, saying his first rodeo. He's able to sink another one from the 25-footer. Very nice. Wow, a little too high for him. So we'll put him at 5 points. Vito got 2 points there, so a couple air balls here from Vito. I think a little too much warm up. Sat around, maybe got a little cold. Peru's able to knock one in there from the 30-foot spot. Vito's also knocking in the 30-footer. Now, this is big for Peru. If he's able to knock this down here, it's going to put him at 12. He's not able to do it. He's going to have to settle for an 8.
All right, folks. Well, Vito, you missed last week.
I know.
Do you think that may have gotten you a little rusty for this round?
No,
here?
I thought I was slumbery, so I thought maybe a week off would help.
You took a bye and tried to figure out what it's going to do for you?
Yeah, so far I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe next round.
Okay, thanks, dude. All right, so we got Mike and Mike next. I believe Mike Sr. is first. Is that correct? Senior, I believe, is first. Well, folks, let's bring on over here. Shout out to our sponsor, Millennium Golf Discs. Really great family. Part of the Innova family. I did not know that already. But here's the father-son duo. They've been here. I think they only missed 1 week so far. So you know, they've been committed to the league. You know, but the weather was really nasty last week. So we were able to you know, still have a pretty good showing. So we're getting the go-ahead here. You're good to go.
All right, folks, we're back here. This is some family for me, so don't judge me. They're getting better every week, though, and that's great to see. This is Mike Jr., the one who just shot. This is actually really like his first time ever playing disc golf. And that's kind of the whole thing about what we are doing here down in South Philly is this is kind of a raise awareness and grow the sport. Introduce it to new people who might not be necessarily familiar with it. There's a lot of people at the bar who you don't see on camera who we bring back here, let them play around a little bit. They putt around, shoot, they have a lot of fun. And it's definitely something that we plan on doing more in the future for sure. So far we don't have anything. No points on the score, and very nice. Mike German's able to knock that one in. So Junior's able to get 2 points. So Mike Jr. was telling me he was actually watching putting videos on YouTube, trying to prepare and get a little better. So that's always cool to see. From the 30-footer, Mike Jr. Let's see if he can walk away with another 3 points. A little too high for him. It's getting there, close, but... All right, we good. Yep, we're live. So Ken's been a trooper. He's been to every single one so far. He's put up some good showings, put up some lackluster showings. I'm excited to see what he does here. There you go, nice putt. So this feels like a much more chill week. Feels like people being sick. I'm coming over from a sickness. Derek's sick. I know a couple people who are participating today are sick. So bear with us, folks, as we go through this. So both of them are going to knock away at one there.
There was Dustin.
PJ came, he shows up a little late because he has to come from class, I think he said. So he doesn't get a lot of time to practice, not as much as some of the other guys who show up maybe an hour early and just come around and BS, kind of throw a little bit. So I wonder if that plays a factor into how he performs here. He shot by himself last week and actually shot really well, put up about 25 points. We're moving to that 30-foot spot. These are the ones that make or break you. These are the ones you got to make. Ooh. That was very awkward. I don't really know how that happened. Some tough golf here, guys. Nothing crazy there from those guys.
I know you stayed for me, so.
Well, Ken, you to have a couple minutes here. You've been here every week so far. Your dedication, appreciated a lot. But you know, it rained last week. You do have some room to kind of play where you could have a bye week if you needed it. But you know, what's your strategy here? Just trying to put up numbers every week?
But after the first round today, I ain't putting them up like I need to.
I don't know. You still got 2 more rounds for overall points, and then you can still walk away with placing if you know, if it seeds properly. Yeah. Awesome. Well, looking forward to seeing what your round 2 is, bud.
Definitely. Thanks,
man. Well, folks, we have Nick O up next. He's going to be the last one for our round one. He is shooting by himself. Our rule with that is you shoot, you have to walk away, and then you shoot again to simulate your alternating of your partner. So as soon as I get the go-ahead from the studio, we should be good to go. So again, by himself. So it's looks a little funny when you don't have someone standing next to you, right?
Good game.
All right, Nico shooting by himself, like Derek stated. You do have to step away.
Yep.
Yeah, just a simple step away. Just a reset, just to play as if someone else was taking a shot.
Did reset.
That was a reset by the refs. We saw it. That was a reset.
The ref cleared.
It's a clear one, folks. Nico's going to be going from the 25-footer. Nico was here last year as well, so he's also an experienced player here. I would say he's playing a lot better. Yeah, he's got to at least step away. He almost didn't there. I'm glad he did, though, and caught that, because we would have had to call that. So Nico actually,
Yeah, right?
he showed up by himself. He showed up really late as well. I think he even showed up later in PJ. I think he only got a couple throws in for his practice as well. So it's interesting how that's going to play out. So far, he's doing really good. I might have just jinxed him here, so we'll see what happens next. But so far with this first round, it's been kind of lackluster so far. And there it is. As soon as I said something, folks, just like football, when you say kicker never makes or misses, they miss the field goal. And those are the 30-footers that he needs. Well,
The ones with
Well, my camera is frozen here. Oh, got a little bit of a issue. Are we good, folks? All right. So, Nick, you were here pretty late today.
Yeah.
Traffic?
Trimming the mustache.
Getting
it ready.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good reason to do that then.
Yeah.
So I would say that maybe round one for you was a little rocky because A, you didn't have an alternator. B, didn't have enough time to warm up. Would you say that's an accurate assessment?
I would say it's more the warming up. But,
Yeah.
I mean, when you're warming up by yourself, it's pretty close to the same cadence.
That's
so
true.
it wasn't too bad. I better get used to it real quick, though.
Absolutely. That
got
second
2 more
round's going
rounds.
to come up pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks. All right, folks. So let's, Caleb and, or I'm sorry, not Caleb, Kof and Nate, they're going to be up. Still Kof again first. All right. Let me know whenever you're ready. Oh yeah. Well, so we didn't have any hot rounds really. I mean, in terms of what we're normally used to. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot higher numbers other than that. So I mean, we'll see. I feel dead. I feel so sick. I'm like, just been living off of Sudafed for days, and yeah, there is a. We good? No, that's. All right.
folks, the chat's a little dead, so let us know. If this is your first time in, let us know in the chat. If not, who are you rooting for? Is this your first time here? What do you think of this? It's something new we're doing here. It puts us in a very vulnerable state, just live streaming at the back of a bar. We'll show you kind of our setup a little bit later. You kind of check it out. But when we go back to the top of the list again, anytime we're saying the word Cove, we're seeing putts going in. So all these guys getting 3 points here. Let's put Cove for 15. Just going to put Nate at 8. Looks like Nate's doing some singing. Yeah, I like the cut of his jib, man. He was fun hanging out with before we started. Kind of wish he was here for all the weeks. He's putting up some good numbers. Coast able to knock in his 25-footer as well. And Nate for another 5 points. He's going to put him at 13. Oh. Singing for himself. He stated it. Ooh. That was one of Coast's uncharacteristic misses there. It's going to stop him from putting in a perfect round. Let's see if he can salvage something here, get another 3 points. Oh. We have some employees coming through. Remember, this is still an operating business here. So it could cause an issue here. Let's see if it's going to mess Kof up. Taking his final putt here for round 2. And I think it did. But I mean, Kof's put together so many good rounds here so far that at this point, only taking your top 4. Nate. Yeah. That's
All right. Nate, come over here and talk to the camera, man.
Oh, okay. How you doing?
So, first week here at the league. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Hope you're enjoying yourself.
I am.
You were the first one this week to put up a perfect round. So you have the hot round of the evening.
I feel great after putting up a, not so great first round. Time to get back in it. Get that pure.
That is definitely the way to come back.
Yes.
Well, we are looking forward to seeing what your round 3 brings up and seeing where you find yourself in the head-to-head seating.
I hope to be up there.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Take care. All right, so next up we still have Caleb and JJ up. Caleb is going to be shooting first. They're all ready to go. So we have the people, they're really on top of the on-deck graphic that we've been using, which is super, super exciting. Helps kind of direct traffic a little bit. As soon as I get...
Caleb, you guys are good. Caleb first.
Let's just hop in it. Why not? Caleb took away 11 here, as he's sitting second in the point standings. Like I said, he still definitely has a chance to catch Kof. He's gonna... Ooh! That was weird. Spun around the backside of the basket. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So Caleb's gonna knock down another 3. JJ, probably a little upset with that one. Gonna put him at 10 total. As that was a really weird, awkward miss by JJ. Folks, looks like we have some people watching right now. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. A lot of people have been saying Kofi's been the favorite this entire tournament. We're interested to see what you think now that you see some faces here. Some newcomers, some classic people. Let us know in the chat. What are you thinking? Beautiful. Another 5 points there for JJ and Caleb. Not bad. 19 points for Caleb, 15 for JJ. I would say anytime you're putting anywhere near 25 points, you're putting up a pretty good round. You're in the top 5 for that week. If you're hitting that 30 threshold, you're putting up a solid round, and you're competing for I would say, the title at that point. These guys are feeling it. Caleb knocking down, getting 26 total here. It's a perfect round for Caleb, yeah. JJ missed that first shot. That's the only one JJ missed. That first shot got him.
Well, I'm not going to forget about them this time around. Hey, Caleb. So Nate gave us our week's first perfect round, and then he said, "I see you."
Well, I like to answer Nate's perfect round with another one.
I love it.
He's a good guy.
So keep the competition strong, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Competition's everything.
Sweet. Yeah. Well, folks, we have a lot of fun here. I really like the one-up chip. Caleb is a very strong putter, as you have known from watching our coverage in the past couple weeks. He's a force to be reckoned with here. I think next up we have Vito and Prue. I think Vito is still up first, if I'm not mistaken. So then Prue first. Yeah. All right. Prue, you're up first. Yep. All right. Well, you good?
All right, folks, we're in it to win it. Prue's able to knock that first one down. Vito's able to follow here. Both these guys were off to pretty good starts last time. They kind of fell off on the end there. Prue knocked all of his first in and missed all his 30-footers. Both these guys only walking away with a point here. But I mean, that's something I've been saying the entire time, and I'll say it again. Walk away with at least one from there. You're not losing that much at that point because it's such a low amount that you're really losing to. I mean, 2 points, you can make that up on the back end with the 30-footers. Vito's able to sink that. Very nice putt from him. So we have a worker scuffing by real quick. It's not going to stop Prue, though. Yeah. Vito's only going to get 2 points there. Prue able to knock that in there. Very nice by Prue. So I'm put him at 14. He put up 2 solid weeks so far, though. He's got a little bit more work he's got to do. Looks like someone just ran out just to look at the camera because they see themselves out there. They think they're fancy, huh? There it is, Prue, another beautiful putt. So Prue, this could put him at 21. It's going to be putting him at a very good spot. A little short. It's going to sit at 17 total. Vito still has one more shot.
Well, I can pick up both of these. All right, folks. There you go, bud. Hey, Prue, come talk to factors into the extra practice time, and cause you got that kind of hyzer putt dialed in pretty good.
I never know. I don't get here early because of that. I get here for trying to find parking.
Well, it's kind of
But it doesn't help my game at all.
That's true. Well, maybe the ease of mind that your car is Mike and Mike up next. Mike Sr. should probably, or I'm sorry, Mike Jr. would be up because he's leading in points. So, Junior, you'll be up first because you're leading in points. So I think we may have left that part out to say to Mike when we were kind of going over that. But we carry forward. As soon as I get a go-ahead from the...
Yeah, there's growing pains here every day, folks. Like I said, we're trying new stuff here. This is all for fun and games. I mean, our production's better than it was last year, but I mean, I come here to have fun and drink the beer, if I'm being completely honest. And getting happy hour for the entire time just for our group here, I mean, you can't beat it. Oh, very nice putt from Michael. Both of them are Michael, so I don't know why I said that, but that one has a little roller back. So Mike Jr. adding another point to his total. I would say these guys aren't in the running for any prizes or anything, but like I said before, teaching them the sport, showing them the sport is really what it's about here. Yeah, he's you can tell he did a little bit of studying, a little bit of went back to the tapes. So he's hitting metal every time. He's hitting metal every time. I'm letting you know. It's looking really good. We're moving into the 30-footer. I would love to see Mike Jr. knocking a 30-footer here. That's not going to do it. He almost has like a little bit of a hyzer. You know, he kind of puts almost like a Matt Bell almost. It's like not like a hyzer putt in terms of like true, but the way that it hits the chains or the angle that it's at, it's on a hyzer angle. That's going to be a tough one for these guys. So we're able to get at least 1 point, but nothing aside from that.
So, but I mean, you were hitting metal on more than half of them. So that's, I would say again, you want to come on in here. So I know you're still putting up points for this week, well, but for the majority of yours, hitting metal. Exactly, and that's you know, a sure sign of improvement. So we like watching the growth on camera. So hopefully you've been reviewing the tapes of these performances, studying your form, because that's what's recommended, right, folks?
That's all right. No problem.
We have PJ and Ken up. Yeah, they're ready to go. Are you ready to go? And who's first?
Ken's first.
All right, Ken, you're ready.
All right, folks, we have Ken and PJ here. So we're getting close to the end of our second round here. It's a much different week here. Last time it was rainy, it was very intimate. This time there's a lot of people in the other room, a lot of stuff going on. And it's also pretty hot here. So PJ is going to look for a three-pointer. Good to see on his end. Ken was able to get one, so both these guys sitting at 4 points. Now, not a lot of participants today, so almost everyone will make it into the final points here, into the head-to-heads. 25 feet, PJ finds a way to sink it in. Almost didn't hit any chains on that one. Ken throws that a little too far to the right. PJ shot by himself last week and did really well. Looks like he's starting to pick it up now. So that's going to knock on another 5 for him. It's going to put him at 9. Ken from 30 feet. Let's see if he can salvage some points here. So far sitting only at 1 for the round. So he's going to need some help here. A little off today. I just feel like everyone just feels a little bit off. No one's really putting together that consistent skill that we've seen all the entire league. And I would say even coming from the production end here. There we go. That was very smooth. That felt nice. So that's going to put him at 7 total here. Able to walk away with 4 points. PJ, very nice. He's going to be sitting at 12 now.
PJ? So the latecomer week by week, you were on track for having a perfect round here, bud.
Yeah, I felt the perfect round.
And that just kind of slide right from the chain almost every time. You didn't get any like banding or anything like that, so that's a really good round, man. Look forward to seeing what your round 3 brings to you.
Yeah, just, you know, I have like this hip block of like, oh, I gotta go now. It's fast, but when I'm on the course, I take a lot of time to putt.
Yeah,
so
you take
took
your
my
full
time.
allotted time, like for what? It's 30 seconds, right?
Yeah, I generally take that long unless I'm closer than 15 feet.
Okay, well that's good. Being able to kind of breathe through the shot, sometimes that's half the battle.
Yeah, so I tried to take my time.
Awesome, thanks, man. Cool. All right. Well, we got Nico. He's ready to go. And I think we are ready to go.
Guess you gotta be, bud. It's your turn. Let it shine.
Yep.
You're good to go, man. Very nice from Nick. I really want to see him put together a good showing here. That's a good way to start. Folks, after Nick shoots here, we are going to take a quick break. I'd say about 5 minutes. Just refill up on drinks, go to the bathroom, do what we got to do. That's usually our intermission, our halfway point, as we go down to the final round and then our match play. Let's Nick go. I almost feel like shooting by yourself is better. It seems to be the people who shoot by themselves actually put up better rounds. So it's hard to tell whether that's I don't know. If it hinders them or if it's a benefit. Does it vary on the person? So I would say consistently we see people like PJ last week put up 25 points just shooting by himself. Nick's off to a good start here, sitting at 16 total. Once again, those 30-footers, man, he's not able to lock them down. And that's something he's been struggling with this entire time. He's able to get one now. It's going to put him at 19 total.
A lot better. You were on track for having another perfect round.
I had a delicious second district Jersey sandwich in between, and I didn't have lunch, so I think that's what gave me the extra shot.
A little extra fuel.
And once it settles, I think I'm going to make that last one and complete the sweep.
Perfect, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Well, folks, like Chris said, we're going to be taking a short break, probably about 5 minutes or so. We got a commercial in there. You can see kind of how beautiful this establishment is. Hopefully this camera angle that one you is giving it justice. A lot of really nice exposed brick and wood and iron, and the tank I'm going to kind of flip over here. You're on camera, bud. So we got some tanks here. Just you. Again, anybody's watching that has played a putting league at a brewery before, Please tell us in the comments. We'd love to hear what other parts of the country are doing to stay active during their off season. I'm going to check in with the studio and see if we're ready for our break. I think they think we're going, but we got a break in between 2 and 3.
All right, folks, we're going into the third round here. It's getting down to it. I would say so far this week, it's been a little, I don't know. I feel like everyone's just a little off. I don't know what it is. I think the players are off. I think we're a little off. The bartender's off. We just saw the bartender spill a drink. So things are just a little weird this week. So thanks for bearing with us. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors here. Millennium Golf Disc, 2nd District Brewing for housing us. Millennium, the ones who got us all these putters. Very nice. Disc Sculpt, giving out towels. They've been a big help. Heiser Flip Disc Golf Apparel with the awesome hats, the koozies. These swag packs are awesome. I think out of anything, I'm just so happy with how the swag and the sponsorships have turned out. And I just want to give a big shout out to everyone who's been a part of this. And every year, this is going to continue to grow. We have a lot with this, and we think we have a good thing going here. And we're going to continue to see how it does. So let's cut down. Looks like they're getting antsy. We're going to jump into it. All right, we're good. So Nate's going to be up, the newcomer. He's putting up some good scores. We kind of wish he was here the whole time. See if he would have been giving Kof a run for his money. As soon as I say that, he misses a 20-footer, but I ain't judging. So Kof's going to need to put up a perfect round and then win to put up another 40-point week here. So definitely still possible. See if it happens, though. Kof taking home another 3 here. Like I said, he's going to have to put together a perfect round and then win the match play to get 40. But he's run so far away with this tournament, man. I would say Caleb is the only one who remotely has a chance to even kind of catch him and beat him. But if Kof continues to play how he's playing, no one's stopping him. From 25 feet here. And his putts, he just makes him look so easy. 8. Off to a good start. Not the greatest start in the beginning of this round, but he's able at least to put some points on the board here. Kof's starting to feel it here. He's sitting at 28 total now. Nate's going to be sitting at 22. So he's able to at least get a point on the board, but and this is it for Kof. You see, if he's able to capitalize here and get 15 points for this round, that is saying something. Just shows you his resilience and how composed he could be, even taking breaks like we just had, a little quick intermission. So you can see that kind of affected Nate here. He's not putting up as good of a score as we thought he was going to put. But nonetheless, he's definitely going to be looking at himself in match play. There it is. That's good to see from him. And this is for the perfect round from Kof. Oh!
Well, folks, Kof tasted that one and just could not connect.
I wanted to backfire.
Kof, you were so close. You were running that. You were one shot away from being the 3rd person of the evening to get a perfect round. How's that make you feel?
A little sad. But I do love these winter putting stuff.
What do you remember what they are?
Omegas?
Super sauce.
Omegas. Super soft. Thanks.
He omitted the whammo this week, so he's been kind of changing his bag, quote unquote, but committed to the super salt this week, folks. We got Caleb and JJ. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be first? Caleb? All right. So as soon as we get the go-ahead from the studio, I've got a cutaway here. Thanks again, Millennium.
We're live. We're live.
Caleb, you ready to go?
So Caleb sitting at 26 points. This is what we're talking about, folks. If he's able to put together a really good showing, if he's able to put together some consistent points here, he's going to put up another good round that's going to be in the running with Kof here. And JJ is quietly putting together an awesome round as well. So Caleb just add another 3 on for him. JJ's able to knock in his 3 as well. So both these guys putting up some good points here. And I'd say the top half of our bracket here has been putting up some good numbers. So Caleb has an opportunity to put up 40 points by itself without even any playoff or anything or match play. So that's exciting to see. Very nice. A couple misses from JJ, and those are those middle ones where if you're able to consistently make those, you're setting yourself apart from the rest of the crew. Caleb finding a way to knock that in there. Sitting at 34, so all we need is just 2 more makes from Caleb. He's going to be putting up a 41 spot point night, and that's going to be the best we've seen so far. And I would say just overall, consistently, watching Caleb, he's been the funnest to watch. Just the amount of force he puts behind that putt. And somehow finds a way to sneak it in there. JJ's able to knock in a 30-footer. Very nice to see. And here's Caleb for a 2 perfects. Oh! Oh, man. Not enough for him. But don't count JJ out. Don't count JJ out, folks.
JJ, you got a couple minutes here, bud? So you saw Caleb just kind of make a run for his second perfect round. Just couldn't commit. How do you feel about, I know you missed 2 in a row there in the middle, but you were able to come back strong from it.
You know, he was over there running his mouth. Had I done that during his round, he would have flipped out. I mean, blame me on everything. But I didn't say anything.
Maybe
I took my lumps like a man, and I came back and I made a 30 or so. It's
Thanks,
whatever.
Man. Awesome. Thanks a lot, dude. Well, you know, Kof getting out here, not practicing what he preaches. Have you been able to see, you know, some of Kof's etiquette while you're playing? But we got Prue and Vito up next. Vito should be first. Prue up first? Prue up first, sorry.
So Prue up first. Prue sitting at 17 points. Vito sitting at 8. Prue is antsy. Prue is an antsy one. We're good, man. We're live. We're rolling. We were good that whole time. He didn't even know. So Prue, the unique Heiser putter here. He's going to need to put together a good, basically a perfect round if he wants to keep in the running. Very nice. There's the 3 points you like to see from Prue. And 3 points from Vito. So Vito's sitting at 11, Prue sitting at 20. I think both of these guys are in it for the match play, for the head-to-head. Prue for sure. Vito's might be on the bubble here. But I think if you're getting double digits, you should be good enough to make it here. Like I said, Prue is going to need to put together basically a perfect round here if he wants to have any shot of keeping up, I would say, with the top 3 players here. Vito's not able to capitalize from that 25-foot mark, and 25-foot mark seems to be the hardest one for some people today. Drew knocking down another 5. Just going to put him at 25 total. Vito talked about taking the week off to see if that was going to help him. I would say personally, I don't think it really has. He's not put together the same type of round he's put together, I think, week 3. I think he put over 20 as Drew sailed that one. I don't know what that was. Vito just kind of losing it here. Needs to keep focus. Drew is going to need this 30-footer here. He's just not able to sink it.
Well, that bye week was not able to...
No, I'll let you know. I'm shopping new putters right now because that's definitely the issue.
Okay. And you know what is it that you're putting with here?
I use Shields right now, West Side Shields.
Okay, maybe switching families might be in your near future?
I don't know. That maiden looks pretty promising right now. Maybe...
Well, if you get it and you bring it to final week,
yeah,
maybe we can have a review of it.
Or the Omega in our Millennium.
Have you played with that yet?
I have a basket in my basement. I've been putting with it.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to change it up when it counts. So that's what worries me.
On that final one, yeah. Because you don't really have any more off weeks to go.
No, I don't.
So, well, I guess we'll see what the final week brings us. And we'll catch you hopefully in the finals.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we have they're already up, ready to go. They're getting antsy. So far, a recap. We said that things were a little slow and off, but we saw 2 perfect rounds and 3 more runs of perfect rounds. So I would say it's very up and down. Yeah, it's but the emotions are really low in here this week, guys. And
I'm good. We're rolling. Mike Jr. said he wanted to break 3. That's the best he's done so far. All he needs is at least 1 point for his personal best. He's been getting very close, though. He has been hitting basket or chains. Be nice if we see Senior hit one in, too. Trying to break that record, though. And that's what it's about, is beating your personal best. You're not out there competing against anyone but yourself. And I think that's the really cool thing about disc golf, is it's you and your mental capacity and what you see and what you think. Gets quiet in here when there's no chains banging. Mike Jr. 25 feet, and he sinks it. He's going to feel good about that one. That's going to put him at 5 points, and he broke his personal best. That's something he spoke about, something he talked about, and something he did. It would be nice if we see Mike Sr. knocking a 30-pointer here. It's happened before. We'll see if he can do it again. But just try to get some points on the board. And if Mike Jr. knocks 1 or 2 of these in, we could see him in a match play. That's not going to do it with that, though.
That's great. Well, Junior, it seems like did work out pretty good. You hit 5 this week total across all 3 rounds. So you did not have a 0 scoring round this week.
Improvement.
That is a lot of improvement. But that's okay. We still have another week left here. And as long as you're having fun and having a good time down here in South Philly, that's what we're looking for.
The beer is good.
And the beer is good. All right. Well, folks, we have our next up there. They're jonesing to come up and play. We got PJ and Ken. PJ is up first. We're given the go-ahead from our scorekeeper, so I'm going to report back to the studio.
Sorry about that, folks. Forgot to hit unmute my mic. So PJ is able to sink that first one. He thought about it too hard, and that's the thing from those light shots, those really close shots, is you just got to go up and putt. Can't think about it. Both of these guys sinking in 1 footers, 1 point each. Man, I'm losing it today. Folks, I'm glad we're having this bad week now so we can come into the final week on fire. And we're going to be doing a lot that week. So, think of this almost like a calm before the storm. He's just able to knock that in. Good putt by him. I would say PJ consistently though, he's pretty decent. I want to ask what division he plays in. I wonder if he's an advanced, recreational, intermediate. Derek, if you want to find that out, I'd love to know. And he spoke about it. He said he's been going up and putting a lot quicker than he normally does. That time he takes his time, and it comes through, and it works for him. So Ken's going to get 2 points there. PJ is able to knock down the 5. That's going to put him at 17. Down to the 30-footers. It's where it matters. PJ can definitely still make up some room, put him in a good spot. There's one. He's got his second consistent 20-point week. I believe so. Yep. Doesn't matter anyway. There it is.
Well, PJ was putting up quite a round here, and just that last shot, he says, "Oh no!" as soon as he lets go. Now, out of curiosity, what division do you find yourself, DG?
Intermediate, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I sit around 900. I think my rating right now is 870, but that's because I haven't played a tournament since the summer.
Gotcha. So, would you say that it went down last season?
No, I never really played that many tournaments. I played like 2 tournaments the summer before last.
Cool.
And I was like 860, and then I went up to like 875. I also had my worst round by far at one of the tournaments I went to this past summer. It's like
Which one was that?
The Acton Summer Classic.
Okay. Very cool.
I did really well on the hardest hole on the course, both rounds. And then every other hole was just like...
Well, some days that's just, they kind of get away from you. But thanks for sharing, man. And thanks for coming.
All right, Nick's ready. He's sitting at 19 points. He's another one of those competitors that are in that 4th, 5th, 3rd, 2nd area. So he definitely I would say this is moving day for a lot of people. This is where scores start to really matter. He's able to knock one down. Remember, he is by himself, so he does have to step away. I think he was a little scared at that one at first. So it looks like we finally got some people in the chat finally giving us some stuff, letting know what they think. Let us know in the chat right now who you're rooting for. We're finishing up the third round here. We're going to have our bracket broken down, and that's where it starts getting real interesting. And like Derek said earlier, I mean, there are a lot of really good scores this week. I just feel like it's just like a lot more relaxed, lackadaisical almost. Just kind of going through the motions, but I mean, it seems to be working for a lot of people here. I mean, Nick O now sitting at 27 points. That's no small feat. If he's able to knock in 30 here, that's a good score for him. I feel like every time he goes to the 30-foot, I talk about how great he does, and then he misses. I just feel like I should stop talking. He's able to knock that in.
Well, Nick, I would say that was still a very positive round there for you.
Yeah.
So it's still keeping you in contention. Overall, this week, how do you feel?
Terrible. I called out sick yesterday for work. I feel better today, but it's definitely in the back of my mind.
Yeah, for sure. I am too battling something right now. So it seems like the whole team and a lot of competitors are really we're all falling victim to whatever's going around, and the fact that it was a blizzard-ish on Friday and then it's 60 degrees today, that does not help either.
I was at a sketchy spot all day on Saturday, so that probably didn't help.
Maybe not. Well, we'll see what your final week can bring.
Sounds great.
Thanks, man. Well, folks, like Chris was saying, we're going to rally up and figure out what our bracketing is. Now, we only had 11 people this week total, so it's basically going to only be only 3 of our people aren't going to be in the finals. Is that correct? Out of 11? It's going to be head-to-head, pretty much, just from all of our competitors. So, cut to...
All right, folks. We got all the scores counted. This is going to be another close one. I'm going to bring up the bracket real quick just so everyone kind of take a look, and then we're going to hop right into it. So if you haven't already, let us know in the chat below who you're rooting for, who you're thinking. Let me just show you the bracket real quick as we take a look here. Let me get that. So we have Caleb in first, going up against the 8th seed Vito. Then we're going to have the 2nd seed JJ going up against the 7th seed PJ. 3rd seed Kof against the 6th seed Prue. 4th seed Vico against the 5th seed Nate. Caleb, Vito, JJ, PJ.
I might need to.
What's up?
We have Caleb and Vito, but we don't have JJ, Kof, or Neil. So I need to go see if I can get them.
All right. All right. So we're missing some people, folks, so stand with us just for a second. Just bear with us, folks. All right, folks, we will be right back. Stay tuned. We're just getting a couple people together just so they know where they're up in line for the bracket, and then we're going to get down to the finals here. All right, folks, we're going to jump right into it.
All right, Caleb's first.
Caleb and Vito up here. So this is the first seed through the 8th seed. So just in relation so you know what's going on here, Caleb shot 37 points. So one of the best weeks we've seen so far from a competitor here. But none of that matters now as we go down to the finals here. This is head-to-head now. So whoever wins in points is going to take it home. Move on to the next round. That's a good start for both these guys, both putting up 3. So we've seen Caleb both do very well in the match play here and also kind of throw it away and lose pretty early. So we'll see which Caleb we're going to get today. So far, if it goes based off his rounds, he should put together a deep run in this playoff, one would say. Vito missed that very important 25-footer. Able to sink the second one. Caleb could definitely separate himself here with another 25-footer. Doesn't.
Your players are coming in. Who's up first?
JJ is near the front.
Sit tight for a second. 30-footers, and that was right down the middle there. Caleb's able to knock in a 30-footer. This is going to be all the difference for him and Vito. As he misses that far wide right. Caleb will lock it down here. This could seal it, and it does. I'll try to Tom Brady that there.
All right. Well, Caleb, you were able to find yourself moving forward here. We do not have any discrepancies in the scoring or anything this week so far. So I know
No
that
penalties, right?
no penalties
I
either.
threw it at the right order every single time?
Every single time, and we didn't botch your positioning. Overall, a very good week, as well as your perfect round. So really good to see you win your first match play. Look forward to seeing the next one.
All right, thanks, bud.
Thanks, dude. All right, so we have JJ and PJ. JJ's going to be up first. JJ, you're going to be up first, PJ, then alternating, same as always, okay? All right, if I get the go-ahead from the studio. Not yet.
All right, folks, we're going in here now. We have the 2nd seed against the 7th seed. So JJ put together a very good showing here. I would say by far his best week. PJ's going to miss that. If JJ makes this, it's going to really set him apart. And he knocks it in. JJ looks nice and calm. Observe. Looks like he's just in his own game here. So PJ knows that one's going to hurt him. JJ gives him a little tap, so it's all right. We move to the 25-footers. JJ sitting 3-0 over PJ. So PJ's now here on the box. 25 feet. This is where he's going to have to start making a comeback. Jay's going to have a little slip up here. And that's what we want to see from PJ. Good putt there. Can Jay keep the pressure? And he does. Now PJ's really going to need points here. And he doesn't get it. That's all right, guys. I'm still up, but we've seen so many head-to-heads come down to this 30-footer here, and all it takes is PJ making both of them to really walk away with it. If he makes one of them, JJ misses both, we will go into a sudden death from the 30-foot mark. JJ on the box. He knocks one in. It's not all over yet, though, folks. PJ's going to have to make both of these. If he does not, JJ will walk away with it. He makes one. Uh-oh. PJ knocks this in. That's a 9-8 win. Oh, no. Oh, PJ threw it away.
Oh.
my soul.
Well, JJ, looks like you're moving forward here. I also like the shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I like the shirt too.
Yeah, man. So, having your first match play of the evening. So, I believe, next up, how you feeling going into this one?
Pretty good. I mean, I can't complain. Putt feels pretty good. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. That's what it is.
That's the way she goes, right?
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, man.
So we're going to Prue and Kof is going to be leading here.
Kof and Prue, this should be an interesting one. Only one person has beaten Kof so far, and that was Caleb. The good news is, and I don't know if this is good news, but the interesting news is both Kof and Caleb are on the same side of the bracket here. And Kof's doing what he does, knocks down the early 20-footer. I would say Prue, man, he is consistent from that 20-foot spot. You don't see him miss from there. Kof taking away 3. Prue also taking away 3 here. Anything could happen. Still in it. Looks like a little bit of Villa chain bang in there. Shout out to Chris Villa. Prue from the 25-foot mark. Whoa, he snuck that in there. Can Prue keep the heat and keep it going? I guess I jinxed him. Kof just... You almost can't beat Kof. You need Kof to beat himself. You need him to basically miss a couple putts, and you need to capitalize on him. If not, he's going to knock these in, and he's going to consistently knock these in. So now from 30 feet. So it looks like they're talking smack on him. So they're trying to distract him because they know he's been out here just dominating. Hey, I'm a fan of heckling. Some people aren't a fan of it, but I think it adds fun to the sport. That's fun. It adds competition. And it look. Yeah. We're all here just to have a good time. Can Prue capitalize? Like I said, if you miss 1 or 2 of those, and he doesn't. The chances of Kof missing another one here pretty slim. We can just chalk it up as a win for Kof here. No. Could Prue bring this into sudden death 30-foot putt off? He bricks it. He bricks it. Bricks it.
It is not.
Crazy man.
No.
You invited me
3,
crazy.
8, 5. Yeah.
Are we tied?
No. Here, man. So, winning your first seed here, how you feeling going into your next one?
I'm going to play a lot better.
Oh, yeah?
A lot better with these omitted. We got that sideline player.
Oh, the hecklers? Yeah? Getting in your head a little bit?
I love this guy. He's funny.
All right, man.
Really
Well,
funny.
let's see what he can do. Maybe it's your turn to heckle him a little bit?
Yes.
All right, well, let's
You know
see.
it.
Well, we got Nico and Nate up next. If you're going to see here, we're kind of ready and watching here.
All right, we're live, folks. All right, now we got people in the chat room for Kof. Where were you guys all night? We've been missing you all night, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I would be too. I wouldn't be sitting home watching YouTubes. Nick's able to knock his 20-footer in. Nate, the newcomer, let's see if he can make his way through this bracket here. So he's sitting in the 5th seed. Nick's sitting in the 4th seed. Nico is taking away a 3rd place and a 2nd place, I believe. I think he's placed twice so far.
Very good. And we're still alternating, right? Correct.
So everyone's knocking in 3 points there. We're moving in 25 foot. Nico put it together a pretty solid showing. Some good points. He's definitely in that running for, I would say, top 3. So remember, the top 3, so it's the best 4 out of 6 weeks. We take your 4 best scores. Top 3 players from that will be our winners. So we have payouts for them. Right now, the total payouts are sitting around $200. So I'm excited to see how that's going to break down and who's going to walk away with it. And that's an unfortunate splash out there for Nate. And Nick's going to capitalize there. That's going to put him at 8. So Nico, all he needs to do is really sink one of these. There it is. Little do they know is Nico already won. And he's just going to solidify it with a perfect score. I'm just going to cut to the bracket here, ladies and gentlemen, so you can kind of see. So we have Caleb and Kof up next. Yeah, I'll put it on you. Here we go.
So, Nick, you were shooting for that perfect score all night, and you make it when it doesn't matter.
Every time.
To put up a really good showing.
Yeah.
So, you know, it paid off.
Moving on. I was 2 weeks ago. I was second last week. There's only one way to go now.
That's right. Only way up. Thanks, man. Well, we have, who do we have up next? Caleb and Cove. Yeah. Well, let me see if I can find.
So everyone can kind of see what we're looking at here. So we're going to have Caleb and Kof, and we have JJ and Nick O. All people that we've seen in these finals before. So familiar faces for everyone. Let's show the total scores.
No, Caleb's first.
Caleb's top seed.
Here we go.
Up. Caleb's able to knock his in. Ooh. We might finally see the champ get dethroned. Now, Caleb was able to beat Kof in the second week, actually. It's Kof on the tee now. He's actually behind. We don't barely see that. He doesn't miss from this one. And this is another one. He's starting to lose it. He's falling apart here. And that right there from Caleb, that's going to put him at a good spot. Let's put him at 8-3. Once again, we got some Villa loving going on there. Caleb's going to be on the tee, and he controls his own destiny now. For the first time, we might see Kof go down not in the finals. There it is. Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time,
All right, well, Kof, you got to hang out because you're going to be playing for third on the next seed after this next one. So Kof must stay. Now, Caleb and I had a conversation right before they were up, and I said, yeah, whoever loses. So next up in the bracket, we have who? JJ and Nick. Oh, right. JJ first. All right. JJ, you're going to be first, and then alternating like normal. Give me a go ahead when you're ready.
These guys are putting together a good run of putts here. Every time I'm going to say one shot earlier for Nico here so he doesn't mess up. He sinks it. Nico sitting at 8. JJ. He knew it as soon as he released it, right out of the hand. It's not it for him. A lot can happen from 30 foots, ladies and gentlemen. A lot can happen. So all we need is Jay to make one, Nico to miss both. Jay make both, Nico makes one, Jay wins. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen here at the finals here. But Jay will need to at least make one. That's not going to be it there. If Nico makes this here, he's going to be walking his way into his second consecutive finals. And there it is. Yeah.
Nick, aren't you tired of shooting perfect rounds now when they don't count?
It's a little weird. I don't know about it.
I would
get
say
here sooner, eat more, have lunch. I didn't have lunch today.
Whatever's happening now.
So
I think it's also the stash. It's making you more aerodynamic
Yeah.
when you shoot. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we still got some shooting to go. Who do we have up next? JJ and Kof? Not Kof. Oh yeah, Kof for third, right? All right, and who's first? It'll be.
So it's for third place, ladies and gentlemen. So I wonder if JJ has an advantage here just playing. I'm going to take that back. Doesn't look like that made a difference. Kof put together probably his worst round yet against Caleb. So we'll see if he walks away with a third place. Ah. guys only sitting at 1 point apiece. Moving to the 25-footers. Yeah, folks, for the second time in 5 weeks, we will not see Kof in the finals or walking away as a winner. Taking home 3 so far, because that's an unfortunate splash out. And just luck is not on his side tonight. So, JJ's able to come through. Yeah. So Kof and Ken are the only ones who have showed up every single week, so big shout out to them. Just being dedicated, being consistent, coming out here, having a good time. They stay after and hang out with us. So these guys both sitting at 3-3 going into the final 30-footer here. So it's an air ball from Jay. Kof can capitalize here. You don't want to leave room for Kof. He will find a way to make it. He doesn't miss often, but I've been talking all this junk and he's been missing a lot, so. Kof for president. I don't know, Bomb. He's not in the finals for the first time. Kof's a little off his mark tonight. He could. And another splash out. Shootout from 30 feet, ladies and gentlemen.
Shootout from 30.
All right, folks, we're going to have a shootout from 30 feet.
From 30, first.
Whoever didn't shoot first last time. Should be Kof. Should be Kof. I guess it doesn't really matter. Just let them shoot. If they want to shoot, let them shoot. And folks, this is sudden death now. First one to make it wins. Another splash out for Kof. I think that's his third one. So Jay's now taking his putt. He's able to sink it. There it is. Could Kof not place for the first time? And it just happened, ladies and gentlemen. Kof is human. Kof is a human. Kof is a human.
Well, we got some action, some people pounding on the... Oh, yeah, it is neat. Well, how does it feel to dethrone Kof over here?
I didn't dethrone anything. That was awful. That was straight awful.
But you were still able to retain a place for this week, so that's a good thing, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, we...
But, gotta execute better.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It's an off week for everybody, I think.
This is the finals. This is what we came for. Sorry about this week. This week's been a little lackadaisical, a little calm, a little chill, I would say. But for everyone that's been tuned in, been hanging out, staying through all this, we appreciate it. Coming into the final week, I'm excited for the final week. The final week's always the funnest week. Get to give away prizes, get to BS with everyone, have a good time. We usually have a really good turnout. But before that happens, we have to finish this one out. As Caleb misses a 20-footer, that's an uncharacteristic putt by him. Now this is getting very interesting. I don't want to... So Nick O sitting at 3, Caleb only sitting at 1. Nick O's holding the charge here. From the 25-foot mark. Make all the difference. Sinks it. Caleb's not giving up, though. There's no reason for him to. Consistently one of the best putters here. Nico squeezes that one in there. Oh. Interesting here. So Caleb down by 5 points. He's going to need to make both of these 30-footers. Nick O, all he needs to do is make one of these 30-footers, and he's going to walk away with his first win of, I think, his entire putt and stuff career. I don't know if he won anything last year. I don't know if he's won a... There's one of them, though. Can't count Caleb out. Can't count him out. But Nick O comes through consistently. And folks, we just saw Nick O squeeze one out here. And Nick O's going to take it by 1 point, man. That's going to be it, Derek. We got to go down and see how this turned out for him.
We're reporting down in the field, and it looks like, Nico, you got your win.
Yeah! I was totally paying attention to the score the whole time. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it's a good second. We still got something for you this week, too, Caleb, so don't go too far. We'll come find you with your payout and prizes. Caleb must stay. So, yeah, you got your first place. We got some cash for you.
Yes.
We got a prize. However, I do need to run and go get it.
Okay, great.
So I have to leave premise real quick.
No problem.
When we're doing the payouts and everything, we'll get everything going for you.
Sounds great.
So right now, we've had a third place showing from you, a second place showing from you.
I
and
got sick and then got first.
I would say that that's a pretty good run.
This is my first win all these times I've been here.
How about last year?
Not even close. I think I got knocked out every quarters last time. I don't think I won a single quarters last time.
Well, I would say that and we had some good competition this week.
Yeah.
Too. Well,
I can't believe I took down Nate.
Well, that's great, man.
Yeah.
That's a good win for you.
Thanks.
Sweet. Well,
keep it up, guys. This is awesome.
So we got, like I said, we got some cash for everybody. We got some prizes for everybody. I'm going to bring it back up to Chris at the studio so that I can go get those prizes. And he's going to talk to you about payout structure and things like that.
Say your last final words if you got it. Say your last final words if you got it.
Well, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning.
All right, folks, that was it, ladies and gentlemen. That was week 5 of the Winter Putt and Stuff. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to Millennium Golf Disc, 2nd District Brewing Company. Oh, we have a kitty. Come here, kitty. Yeah, this bar is a kitty, by the way. Big shout out to 2nd District Brewing, Heiser Flip Disc Golf Apparel, Disc Sculpt, and Millennium Golf Disc. And once again, just make sure you tune in for the final week. We have week 6 coming next Tuesday. That's going to be the finals. You want to tune in. We're going to have a big celebration. It's going to be a lot of good stuff. We're going to have some stuff that has not been announced yet, and we're stoked for it. So have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.